So, Apple just dropped a new accessory, and the internet is kinda losing its mind. Is it a beautiful piece of high fashion, or is it a ridiculously overpriced sock? Yeah, that's the question we're unpacking today, looking at one product with two totally different stories. And this slide pretty much captures the entire debate perfectly. On one hand, you have Apple calling it a beautiful way to wear and carry iPhone, and on the other, you have The Verge with a much more direct take, a $230 crossbody sock. So, what is going on here?
Before we dive any deeper, let's just get the big number out of the way, because it's at the absolute heart of this whole thing. The top-of-the-line version of this accessory costs almost $230. Yep.
Okay, so let's start with the basics. What exactly is this product that's got everyone talking?
Officially, its name is the iPhone Pocket. And this isn't just another Apple accessory off the assembly line. This is a limited edition, full-blown fashion collaboration with the world-famous Japanese designer ISSEY Miyake. So what does it actually do? Well, at its core, it's a 3D knitted bag. It's designed to fit your iPhone perfectly, but it's also got some stretch, so it can hold other small things, like your AirPods. It comes in two main styles, one with a short strap and another with a long crossbody strap, and in a bunch of colors Apple describes as playful.
And now we get to the real meat of the argument. How are the people who made it describing this thing versus how is everybody else seeing it? So, if you ask Apple, this whole thing is a meeting of the minds. Their VP of Industrial Design says it's all about a shared celebration of craftsmanship, simplicity, and delight. To them, it's not just a thing you buy, it's a piece of design philosophy. And then, you have this take. The Verge just cuts right through all that and puts it bluntly. They're not buying the fancy explanation. To them, it's simple. Take a $29 iPod sock and make it pretentious. Oof. Let's break down the two options here. You've got the shorter strap version, which is already pricey at about $150. But the one that's really turning heads is that long strap crossbody. That's the one with what The Verge calls an eye-watering price tag of nearly $230. Okay, so how on earth do you justify that kind of price for a phone holder? Let's take a look at the official design story that Apple and ISSEY Miyake are telling. The official inspiration for this whole project is, and I'm not making this up, a piece of cloth. Seriously, the big idea was to take the famous pleated fabric that ISSEY Miyake is known for and reimagine that utility as a 3D knitted accessory. The designer himself, Yoshiyuki Miyame, doesn't really talk about it as a utility. He talks about it as an experience. For him, it's about exploring the joy of wearing iPhone in your own way. It's all about personal expression.
So if you boil down all the marketing language, it comes down to this. It's versatile, it's about your personal style, and it's even supposed to help you create a bond with your phone. They're not selling you a case, they're selling you a clever extra pocket that becomes a part of your life.
Now, to really understand why people are having such a strong reaction to this, we need to take a quick trip back in Apple's history, because believe it or not, they've kinda done this before.
And this is the piece of context that changes everything. See, way back in 2004, Apple released iPod shocks. But as The Verge points out, Steve Jobs knew it was a bit silly. He introduced them with a wink, sarcastically calling them revolutionary. The tone this time around, way more serious. When you see it laid out like this, the difference is just staggering. In 2004, you had a $29 accessory that the CEO himself joked about on stage. Now you've got a product that starts at $150 and is being presented as a serious, high-fashion piece. The price and the attitude have changed a lot. So, let's pull all this together. What are we supposed to make of all this? It really all comes down to one big question.
Is this just a simple knitted bag with an absolutely wild price tag? Or is it something more? Is it actually exploring a new way for us to carry and interact with our most personal tech? In the end, the answer really just depends on which of these two stories you think is more believable.
I mean, the case for innovation is there, right? The 3D knitted construction is unique, and the collaboration is with a legitimate fashion icon. It's an attempt to do something different. But man, that case for overindulgence is strong. That price is hard to get past. Critics are calling it a pretentious sock, and you have to wonder, is this really solving a problem that anybody actually has?
And that leaves us with this final thought. At what point does a simple tech accessory cross that line into being high fashion? And maybe the more important question is, how do we know when it's just a sock with a very big price tag? That's the question Apple's iPhone Pocket is leaving us all to chew on.